guys know, it is Drunken Chat, son.
Okay. Why don't I hear see Lucas? Hello.
Hey, it's Drunken Chat, son. I am to review COVID on Face Edits Network. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, there we go. I don't know what's going on with this mic set. It's been freaking muting itself on and off, on and off. But yeah, here we go. It's back on Drunken Chat, son. The true Drunken Chat, son. Got my little drink. It's up. Go ahead and take yourself a little sip as we go ahead and start to settle in. I'm here with the main man, Mr. Adam, Comic Pimp. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing all right. Had a pretty, decent week. Getting over a little bit of bronchitis, but
Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, thank God for medicine.
Yeah, man, there's all types of shit going on right now. We're starting to have a resurgence of COVID, and now we got monkeypox. So yeah, man, fucking, you got to be careful out these out there in these fucking streets, man. But while you were sick, you still are fighting a good fight, and you've got
Yeah, actually, I want
anything
to share
going on.
some good news. I've been talking about this forever. And I finally launched my GoFundMe for a project that's been near and dear to my heart for a while now. I'm making a short movie called My Best Friend's Birthday. And this was the first adult thing that I ever shot, which I lost due to corrupted files
Oof.
a few years back. And I always said, hey, if I could, I always wanted to try my hands at a GoFundMe. And when I was looking at crowdfunding, I was like, which platform, even if I don't reach my entire goal, can I keep the funds that I've raised anyways? And I was like, the worst that can happen is that nothing happened, that nothing comes out of it. So it's just an experiment. So far, it's going well. I'm only trying to raise about $800. A majority of that. It's just for the booking fee for the talent that I had lined up.
Mm.
And
Okay.
hopefully we will be filming this in October.
Nice.
If all
That's
goes
right around the
well.
corner. That's right around the corner, man.
Yeah, hopefully. So if not
All right.
October, I hope this plan B is hopefully by January of 25.
Yeah.
Just because life happens sometimes, and you know 2024 has not been the greatest year for me. So I'm like 75 to 80% back on the comeback. So the other health condition that I don't talk about on here all that much anymore is in remission. So I've just been getting life back on track this year after getting rid of the podcast is back on track. Now we're going to get the content making back on track. I'm just rebuilding Awesome Sauce Radio from every facet.
Sounds good, man. So you're trying to get back into the adult entertainment industry with a little, just dip your toe in just a little bit.
Yeah.
All you need is help from people. Looks like you've got just about 5% so far. I think it's only been up a couple days.
Yeah,
So
I only launched yesterday.
oh, okay. So less than that. So you guys can go ahead and dip over. I think it's like $5 is the minimum.
Yep.
If y'all can help out with at least the minimum, then we might be there as soon as they know it.
Anyone who can help me turn this dream into reality, even if you just give a positive word or share this, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The one thing that's helped me keep going these last couple years with all the health stuff and getting fucked over by business partners and everything has been the comic book community, whether it's been here, Beyond Wednesdays, um, keeping up for wherever I've hung out with lately in the last like 2 to 3, 4, 5. How many years we've been doing this? This is like the greatest family I've ever had the pleasure of being a part of. So I love you guys.
Aw. Man, we love you too, man. We love you too. We're just blessed to be in your presence.
My whole thing is just, life is short and we need to just chase the dream.
Yeah.
You might just catch it.
Yeah. Well, Project Pegasus will endure, and we will get this
like
off.
I said, I couldn't put Project Pegasus in the GoFundMe description. They would have said, "What the fuck is this? Bye bye." Kind of word everything in such a way that if anyone wants to see the script, the finished script, just hit me a DM and I'll gladly show it.
Well, what we want to do is eventually turn this into a comic book. I think.
I already have the script written, so I'm just looking for an artist at the moment on that venture too. Eventually.
Yeah. Awesome. So y'all can. I just dropped the link for the GoFundMe down in the chat. Also, it's currently it'll be scrolling across the bottom all night. And then if you can, man. So let's go ahead and get into the actual show.
Yep.
We got some interesting news. James Spader is going to reprise his role
as Ultron.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I wasn't even tracking that he was the actor that played Ultron, but the fact that they're going to try and bring back Ultron, period, is pretty interesting because they kind of did mess him up in the movies. But for them to bring him back, so just another thing that it speaks to, because there was supposed to be the whole, it's not called the Robot Wars or the Machine Wars. I forget what it was supposed to be called. There was supposed to be the whole deal where there was a whole robotic AI freaking war. And they were supposed to be doing that, but they never got around to doing it because Disney kind of sucked for a little while. But for them to be bringing it back now. Huh?
I said for a little while. It still doesn't suck, kind of.
So no. So they're kind of on a roll right now. So so if you consider what they put out in the last year, they've had Planet of the Apes, which did really well. Then they had Inside Out 2.
All right.
And then they had what else did they have?
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep, Deadpool, Wolverine. Yep, and then they just now had Aliens Romulus, which is doing really well. So that's
good. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? So that's a good streak of at least 4 movies.
I guess what is Minions 4 next year?
Yeah, Minions 4, but does Minions count? I don't think Minions counts as a Disney movie. Are they Paramount? I'm not sure, but I don't think they count.
Or maybe they are
Pixar.
Pixar. All right.
I know they're Pixar, but not all Pixar is Disney. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. Minions is Universal Pictures.
All right. My bad.
Yeah.
I always assumed that it was because of the Pixar thing that it was Disney.
Yeah. Well, I do know for a fact that some of the artists and some of the scientists freaking stole stuff from Disney projects. Well, stole from Pixar and took it over to freaking Disney. So I know that was a thing. So let me take a minute to give a shout out to the folks in the freaking chat. Brad Selden, what's going on? Wookie Folder 80, Dan Berry Sports Highlights, T Jones, as well as Sir Christopher the Great, and he's correcting me and says, yes, he is in the chat. I don't know if he wants to join in. He should have the link to his Instagram if he wants to join in. Armor Wars is the name of the thing.
All right.
Oh, that was talking about. But yeah, so he's going to play Ultron in the upcoming WandaVision spinoff series, and this is coming from Deadline. The last time he played it was in Venture's Age of Ultron. Terry Mozzarella serves as a showrunner for the new Untitled series, which is looking to start production in 2025. So maybe if they did an Armor Wars series, that would actually be pretty good. I would actually be up for that instead of
I
just
thought
a
he was
movie.
going to. I think they're going to call the show Vision. I think.
Conditional, blah blah blah. But yeah. So that's happening, man. Um, but yeah, like I said, we can believe it or not, Disney has been on a roll. It's not in the traditional sense, right? Not in the traditional sense of hey, what we think of like hey, Disney movies, like you're gonna think of like Snow White and all this because remember that Snow White movie that was supposed to have come out like a year ago, and it still hasn't come out.
The one with that really horrible trailer.
Yeah. So I mean, apparently they did a new trailer, and the trailer looks pretty good, and it looks more traditional to what the actual Snow White, what we remember as Snow White. But then they've also got what do you call it? The prequel for Lion King, the Mufasa story, which is kind of crazy, and people are kind of hyped for that. So they've got some things in the hopper, and they look like they have actually got some relief coming, because this past week the Fed said, "Hey, we're going to actually start to lower the rates to borrow money." So looks like Disney will be able to borrow money at a lower rate, which will be will increase their profits. It'll be amazing. Sir Christopher the Great says he's coming. He's on his way. He's just finishing up on the grill. Looking for his not called Silver Sun for a reason. If milk ever comes back, good listen from the bottom. Hey, he's out there on the outskirts, kind of freaking being a voyeur on everybody's chats, but he hasn't done a show. In fact, I think we're supposed to be doing a what would we call it, a claim sale pretty soon, but it's been hard to get that together. See, they said they fixed it. Finally, they are listening, and they took the woke out of Snow White. Yeah.
Thank
You know,
God.
yeah. I mean, people are still pissed at the whole because when they first marketed that whole Snow White thing, they very heavily leaned into the racial profile of the actress. Hey, we got this Latin girl. It's like, no, we don't freaking care. Just tell the fucking story, man. Don't do that weird shit. Um, and yeah,
They
now
were
in a new
trying to get rid
trailer,
of the
they
dwarfs
took
at
all that
one
shit out.
time, and I was like, what the fuck? They were trying to get rid of the dwarfs as well at one point, and people lost their minds.
Yeah, it is, man. Freaking
Snow
because
White's a story about 7 midgets getting some vagina. That's what Snow White's
I
all
wouldn't,
about, man.
I wouldn't say all of that. I will say that,
It's about
but it would have been,
7 midgets getting a chick, and they're all getting their turn. It's like bam, 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 bam. They're all painting Snow White, Stace White, and the town red.
my goodness, man. See, that's why I can't take you to freaking church, man. That and the fact that you're Jewish, but no. Brad Sutton says he's not drunk. Well, sir, you need to freaking drink up. Rasper, hey, how's it going? He says they should have hired Jenna Ortega instead. That is an interesting thing because look, Jenna Ortega, she's really hot in the streets right now. She's done several movies to include the series with as Wednesday. Now she's as Beetlejuice. So I think when they were actually filming it, it was before she was like took off like hot. But yeah, if they were going to do Snow White, they probably should have freaking went with Jenny Ortega, man. Um, Amazing. Only Disney can replace dwarves to be PC and get backlash from the dwarf community. Man, that's true, right? Right.
Yep.
So I mean, because it was there's a thing where you can't say the M word anymore, right? Um,
Dwarfs are
but
different
you
than
can't,
midgets.
but you shouldn't be erasing them totally from the landscape.
Yeah, but the
And
dwarfs are different than midgets.
yeah.
When this comes to the little people community, trust me, man. You ever get kicked in the balls by a little person? It hurts.
Well, I mean, if you're doing something that makes them kick you in the balls in the first place, then you need to reevaluate your life.
I
what
asked for it.
the fuck you're doing? You know, I mean, for them, because they're. I mean, look, some of that community, they're not as stable anyway. So for them to take the energy to fucking raise up that little foot, they're so pissed off they want to raise that
Yeah,
fucking foot.
they were
Kick you.
drunk and I requested it.
Yeah.
I have a friend of
What
mine.
kind of?
She's a little person,
How much did you
and
have to pay for that? Jesus.
a couple drinks. It was at an after party. We were drinking, and my drunk ass is like, "Come on, your little foot's not gonna hurt me if you kick me in the nuts." And she's like, "Okay, you want to try it?" And I was like, "Your little foot's not gonna hurt my nuts." And then she went back about 3 feet, ran, and kicked me as hard as she could. And I was like, boom! I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Mercy.
Brad is saying chocolates and shrooms. That's an interesting combination. And Wookie Fodder is saying dwarfs are cheap, and Brad says stop with the woke bullshit. It's sobering him up.
I love our chat.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and I mean we did want to wait for Christopher to come up, but I think we will go ahead and freaking get into the real good stuff, actual comics talking about stuff. Deadpool, Wolverine still ruling the roost, but I think there are some movies that will eventually we can knock it out. People are still talking about what the heck's going on with that. Now, actually, people are starting to talk about Aliens Romulus and how it was very slow at the beginning. And now they're talking about, oh crap, the ending was freaking crazy and amazing and freaking disgusting. And I feel like there's a whole bunch of people that had never watched an Alien movie before and then just got shocked at what the heck was going on. Um, so I heavily suggest people go ahead and rewatch or watch the Alien movie. Well, actually, if you could, and you got some time, go ahead and watch. I forget what the Alien movie. It's actually a Predator movie. There's a Predator movie that's out there where it's like back in the Aztec days, and then we can go ahead and watch Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem, and then that takes you into Alien. Yep, that takes you into Alien, and then you get into Alien Romulus, and then there's actually a great freaking game called Alien Isolation. If you're a gamer, that's out there for you, and that then takes you into Aliens 2, Aliens, yeah, Aliens 2, Aliens, which is actually the movie that actually a lot of people know. I know a lot of people know Aliens because a lot of the imagery that people have always shown for Aliens actually comes from Aliens 2, not the first Aliens.
You watch Alien Story.
Yeah. T Jones says Predator versus Alien. Yep. The first one is actually should answer a lot of questions, but then Predator versus Alien Requiem is the one that's right before Alien, and then I think I've heard that they actually want to do a prequel that's in between AVP and Alien, which they kind of need to do. I'm trying to remember if they really need to do that. I don't think they need to do that, but we'll talk about. I think we need to do just a thing on Alien Romulus once you've actually seen it, because I think there's a lot of stuff that people are actually missing. But if you go play the game, Aliens Isolation, that'll actually answer a whole bunch of freaking questions that I've seen a lot of people asking. So think about that. Aliens Resolution is out for VR. Recommend not taking shrooms before. Is it Resolution or Isolation? I think you mean Isolation because Isolation is actually on Lunar. Yeah, Lunar. No, Luna. Right. So if you have an Amazon stick, you can go into Luna and you can freaking download it and play it, and you don't even need a controller or anything. You can either use your remote, or you can actually use your phone to play it, which is kind of crazy. Um, T Jones says you actually went in reverse order. I think. Nope. It's actually the way I went is actually the correct order. It's that I can't once again I can't remember the name of the Predator movie, but there's a Predator movie that's set in the Maya joint, and then there's AVP, Alien versus Predator, Alien versus Predator Requiem, which is where they get the freaking gun and the little spaceport thing, and then it goes into Alien. I mean, if we're just going with Alien movies, and we're not talking about Predator movies, right? Then it goes into Alien, then um, Alien Romulus. Oh, excuse me, is it Alien Romulus? I'm trying to remember.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember. Because there was the one with the big engineers though. Because the first one where they found like the big engineer dudes, that was I don't know. I gotta. If I see a freaking title, I'll freaking remember. But I think it was Alien, then Alien Romulus, then Aliens 2, and then I just gotta see. I just gotta see the list. If I see the list in front of me, then I'll know exactly what the role is. Prometheus. Yeah, I'm trying to remember when Prometheus was. Yeah. No, because I think Prometheus was actually way later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Prometheus was way later because the one of the biggest ties, one of the biggest interesting things about Romulus, without, and I'm trying to say this without giving out anything, is that what a lot of people don't realize is the big mining planet, and this is what's in isolation. The big freaking mining planet that they're on is LG-426, which is where they find the big engineers. And that's the big mining planet because in Aliens they were supposed to be taking the equipment to the mining planet so the miners when they get there they can actually do their thing. But then they get, oh no, instead of going to this side of the planet, now you need to go to this other side of the planet and figure out what the heck is going on. So Covenant. Let's see. Alien movies and order. Yep, AVP, Alien versus Predator, then Alien versus Predator Requiem. But then they got Prometheus. Then they got Covenant. Then they got Alien. I have a feeling that this is very incorrect. I'll have to go back and watch it because,
Like I said, I'm not the biggest Alien
yeah,
fan, so I'm not going to be a lot of help here. I'm like a casual Aliens and Predator fan at best. Just was never really 100% my cup of tea. That may have been different if my first experience of the franchise wasn't Aliens 3.
yeah, because Prometheus and Covenant, they're not even. They're on like a total different side of the freaking of the thing. Okay, I guess I have to go back and watch it. Furbird the nerd says he's never seen Alien,
What's up, bird?
and okay. All right,
Bird,
let's
where's
go
the
ahead
word?
and actually get into some of the actual comic stuff. Excuse me, these are some of the ones that actually came out this week. Um, this is people are missing out on this one. People have not read it, they have not looked at it, but it is one of my favorites from this past week. Conan the Barbarian, number 14, cover B by Puebla. It's got Conan the Barbarian, and it kind of looks like Red Sonja, but it may not be. And they're kind of in a weird artistic, very embrace. And so if you're a parent and you trying to freaking get it in, right? You try to sneak it in a little freaking you know care, right? You're trying to partner care, right?
Yep.
Um, you don't want the kids to hear. So it looks like this is exactly looks like what's going on here, man. It looks like Red Sonja is trying to cover Conan's mouth so the kids don't hear, and that's why I freaking love this one. And I get
Just
it
so
unless you
they
got
don't
things.
run in the room, and you have to tell them that you're like swimming.
Because you can lock the door all you want, but if one of your partners sounds like they're freaking getting murdered in the motherfucker, the
Yeah, the
kids are
kids.
gonna come running.
Yep.
Um, this one is sold out. Deadpool number 5 by Torn Clark. I know a lot of people were suspecting that this is going to be the one that had the first appearance of Ellie as the new Deadpool. I have not checked it out yet, but this is sold
I
out.
even forgot this came out this week.
Yeah. Then the Deadpool movie variant. This is the one with the first appearance of this particular Deadpool dog, right? The one that looks like the ugliest dog in the world.
Yep.
Because there's been other Deadpool dogs, but this is the first appearance of this particular freaking dog in the Deadpool book. And then Wolverine Revenge Rip Band number 1, the 1 in 25. And kind of sneaky. This one came in a little sneaky. The Vampirella book, Lucia Perillo, really nice. It's got, I think this one was a limited edition foil. I think she's basically out there with all that God gave her, right?
Yep.
And that's it, except for a pair of earrings, right? Thunder is coming down from the back of her. Blood is coming down from the front of her, and she's looking straight in your eyes and saying, "You're fucking dinner, so get ready." All right. Ultimate Spider-Man number 7, I believe. It didn't do as well. I think people have slowed down because we've lost the plot. Stand Still number 1. No one's reading this one, even though it's ready. It's definitely movie script ready. Predator versus Black Panther. I think this one will wind up once people start, pulling back on the prices. I think that's all I wanted to cover.
I was gonna wait for trade. I'll have a trade for that.
Okay. Moving on to.
Hopefully, it's as good as the Predator Wolverine book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Predator Wolverine Scotty Young is definitely one of the best ones I've seen this year. Definitely the best concept. As far as FOC, I'm just going to cover some of the incentives right now. So, for instance, this Godzilla rivals Mechagodzilla versus King Ghidorah or Ghidorah 1 in 10 by IDW. Sonic the Hedgehog 1 in 10. What's going on?
Sonic.
Night Watchers 1 in 10, issue number 2 by Juni Ba.
Nice.
Destro number 4. There's a 1 in 10 by.
I have to catch up on my Destro.
Yeah.
I know I love issue 1. I have there in a stack that I don't remember what I did when I redid the room.
I know it's tough though, right? Because it feels like they are trying to get back to some of their toys and everything. Because some of the toys have been outstanding, but I don't know what's going on with the comics right now. I think their best storyline was when they actually had Cobra just running everything. They had like their own town and they were like running everything, and GI Joe was like the enemy, was like public enemy number one.
Yeah.
But then they got away from that. But before we continue, in order to improve this show, we want to make sure we bring on not something that's good, not something that's bad, but we want to bring on the motherfucking greatest, Sir.
He finally cleaned the grill.
Sir Christopher the Greatest. How's it going, brother?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing, man? Yeah, dude, I had to finish up on that grill, bro. It's it's weekend time. You feel me? We gotta smack some shit tonight, boy.
All right, true that.
Hell yeah, dude. I think there's some wings and some breast on there. But
you already cooking? I thought you were just cleaning it to get ready for next week.
No, dude, we're finishing up. As when I got the link, I was like, "Fuck, man, let me hurry up and do this," because I was into it right now, dude. I was in it to win it on that motherfucker.
I hear you, man. I hear you. I didn't mean to disturb you, man. I didn't mean to disturb you.
No, not at all, dude. I was waiting for you. I was like, man, come on, dude, let's go tonight, bro. We gotta go tonight.
Yeah, like I said,
we gotta give the people what they came for.
Doing what I always do, watch the top 10, and then I drifted off during the top 10. I was like, thank God I woke up.
Hell yeah, dude.
Brad Selden is asking, what exactly is Sir Christopher the greatest of? What is your area of expertise?
Motherfucking everything, bro. You feel me? I mean, if you want to talk about the holes, the incentives, what do you want to get into without getting me in trouble tonight?
Yeah, Thursday night tonight we get in trouble.
Yeah, I might be willing to risk it all tonight. You dig?
Because you're gonna have to, man. You're gonna have to. It feels like you've been away from the game for a little while now. Pulling the mill on me,
man, bro. I'm telling you, dude. I've been keeping my eye on everything, though, man. And there is a couple of things I want to talk about tonight for sure. I sent you one earlier, dude, and we gotta talk about that shit.
All right, hold on. You say you sent me something? Hold on, let me
I think I shot it to you in a text, but I mean you can pull it up wherever. But yeah, we got to talk about that shit, dude, because I've been telling people for the longest, dude, that before, Kevin Feige, he didn't have the type of power that he has now, right? And when we were collecting for that period of time that was supposed to be like 3 to 5, right? I truly feel like that time got extended to maybe 3 to 7 because there's still shit coming out now that pertains to like shit going on and shit going to go on. You know what I mean? And this was just like another nail in that coffin for me, bro. One of the first though was when we got to Miss Marvel, right? Now we got the death of Miss Marvel. A lot of people didn't care for that shit, right? But if you notice, that was the only run that we have ever gotten that she was referred to as a mutant, right? And then in the fucking show, sure enough, the little teaser at the end was her being a fucking mutant. So it's like, there's like singularities that's going on that's matching up that I feel like a lot of people aren't catching on to, even give you another example of Spider-Boy, right? Now, there was a lot of talk, kind of behind the scenes that for Miles Morales' second movie, right, that he was supposed to, cameo in that shit, right? I remember the problem was, like the timing of everything, because I think that we were supposed to get that book a lot earlier than we really got it. So, they didn't get a chance to do it. So I think they pulled that cameo. So it's just like, I'm catching all the little similarities of shit that we're reading on a week-to-week basis, and then I see a sign of it on the screen and in one of the films or the shows or whatever. But I'm catching that shit. So
yeah. So yeah, man. Look, I think the thing to keep in mind as people are getting spun up about stuff is Marvel has promised that they will stop spending their money on a bunch of bullshit. Um, but which means that a lot of stuff that you guys might have been speculating on will not come to fruition because they promised the stockholders. However, the thing to understand about this week is that the Fed has said that they are going to cut rates, which means that there's going to be a lot more money to go around, and that a lot of these smaller companies are now going to be able to borrow money and able to get these projects that they promised would happen to get it freaking going. Um, so we'll see what happens with that. But the only thing that kind of fucks everything up is those union agreements, right? Because the union agreements are pulling out a lot more money from those distribution freaking companies than they wanted to. So a lot more companies are a little more hesitant to get everything going. Let's see. So this is what you sent me.
Yeah, not even just that, but like I said before, he didn't have the type of power when he laid out that initial plan to us, okay? And now he does. He's CCO, and a lot of people didn't, fucking do their proper research to see that he became chief content officer. So what that means is not only is he over the films and the shows, but he is as well over the comics as well. So when they of course had that meeting with the writers not, a while ago, right? But I just feel like he wasn't in a position to where we would see that shit on a week to week basis like we are now. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of that shit's getting ready to get pushed out now. And this run right here, Kahori, Reshaper of Worlds #1, is another perfect example of that because we just got her last year at the end of the year in What If Season 2, Episode 6. She had never been before in a comic at all. Okay. And that was the first time we were introduced to her. And bam, here we are now. And she's going to have a voices drop, which will be her first cover appearance, first in guts appearance, and the whole nine. So the only other character that they even did something close to this with was Captain Carter. They introduced that version of Captain Carter in What If Season 1, and then sure enough, right after we got her first solo run. So if people aren't catching these similarities by now, it's just like, come on, dude. Like
Yeah.
just give it a break and let them work. Let them fucking cook. As long as they're not wasting the budget on shitty CGI for She-Hulk, then I think we should all shut the fuck up and let's just watch what they
She-Hulk
do.
wasn't that bad. I mean, China played the best She-Hulk. Google it.
Yeah, but once they had her twerking and shit out with Megan Thee Stallion, I was fucking done. I was like, get the fuck out of here. What
Yeah.
are we doing here, man?
Well, I just feel like it was
What
a
are we doing here?
wasted episode 8 or finale. Wasted finale episode. We could have did so much more.
But Madison was cool.
She could have had the chance to connect to other teams or at least Easter egg them like the Fantastic Four. She could have did a little sidewinder. They could have gave us a little A force in that, so we didn't have to waste the whole movie on it or anything like that.
See, but
Just little
that's
shit like
yeah.
that.
But speaking of the A Force, that's what it looks like they were definitely working towards, right? Because you had Captain Marvel, now you had She-Hulk, you got Kamala Khan out there.
Elsa
Um,
Bloodstone and Werewolf by Night.
yeah, and what people don't realize is that the little girl and Thor: Love and Thunder, she was part of the A Force as well. So they were working on it, but it's been so fucking tough, man. Every single one of those projects has fucking bombed. And the only one that people are okay with watching is Kamala Khan, maybe, but they keep forcing her into other stuff, and it's not it's just not working. She-Hulk had its moments, but it was a show that did not know what it wanted to be. Right? So
It wanted to be a comedy. It didn't work the way I don't think it worked the way that Disney and Marvel planned it out. Uh, it's still not the worst thing I ever watched, but when I want to rewatch like certain parts of it, since.
hmm
And because there's only so many hours in a day, and there's like it's not like it was back 20, 30 years ago when you can be a fan of something and watch it 150 times because there wasn't that much to watch. There's like 900 billion things.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Rasbert says that he saw a post on Insta that said Sydney Sweeney is rumored to be considered for Black Cat.
Yeah, that's been a hot
for
rumor for a while now.
Spider-Man 4, but I think the direction that Marvel's getting ready to go in is going to be a little bit different. We're still going to the same place. We're still going to Secret Wars overall, but I just think that the plan changed up a little bit because the way they did Deadpool and Wolverine, I think they seen a lot with how they did that, and I just think that going forward, I think they have a lot of people that they still need to introduce into the shows and the films or however they're gonna bring them in. But there's still a whole shit ton of people that they claimed for Secret Wars and Doomsday that we still haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and just I think Sony may be trying to revise the Black Cat Silver Sable movie because for some reason I've been selling a lot of Spidey 265s and Silver Sable stuff as of late.
Dude, they just need to sit the fuck back and let Marvel do what they do, because every time they make some of these movies, like, don't get me wrong, like I said before, they gave us great trilogies with Toby. They gave us a good couple of movies with Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield. I enjoyed the first Venom more than the second one, and I'm hoping I enjoy the third too. But it just what they have going on over there is just
good.
yeah, but it's just not working. You can't have all these fucking dud like things that's coming out and think you're gonna have a masterpiece of a connected universe. So I think that their best option is to sit the fuck back, let Marvel use these characters properly, and bring them up to prominence. And then if you want to do a spin-off thing later on, then do that. But stop fucking it up, because in my opinion, I feel like they're fucking it up. With the Madame Web, they pulled out all the Spider-Man references and it left that movie fucking lifeless. Okay, so they just need to sit the fuck back and let
Yeah,
Marvel
but
do
that
their
Sweeney
thing.
chick, man, I bet that's $1.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean,
she could be
yeah,
the
there's
third
so much.
eye blindness.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that was going on wrong with Madam Web because narratively it didn't make any sense. What should have happened is that your main villain, right, who were absolute fucking vampires, they should have leaned more on that than. And trust me, I love seeing Sydney Sweeney on the fucking screen. That's fucking fire. But lean into your villains, right? Because you started out strong, like, hey, this motherfucker don't give a fuck. He'll fucking kill the whole crew that he's out with in the middle of the fucking jungle. Bang, 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 bow, gotcha. And then tell me more about these. I forget what their fucking called. Is it the Victors, Inquisitors, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah, the Inquisitors.
Yeah. Lean more on that. Tell me who the fuck these guys are. Bring Anansi out. Uh, let's talk about these guys, and then okay, now it's time to hunt, and then they freaking go out fucking hunting, and they end up freaking coming across these little girls, right? And then you should be afraid for their freaking lives and shit, right? Instead of saying, oh, they got it because they got this feature ability to fucking tell the fucking future. It's fucking corny, man. I should be afraid of the villains
And they pissed
before
away
the
a
victim.
really good character in Ezekiel.
Yeah, I should be afraid of the fucking villains and know who the villains are before the victims come across. Because in every Jason movie, in every Freddy movie, in every cabin horror movie, what's the first thing they do? They fucking kill off a whole fucking bunch of people so that you know the fucking stakes. And then that's where the freaking movie lost its fucking plot, because they were like, oh, here's the fucking guy, but now we want to fucking tell you about the lives of the fucking victims and the freaking hero. No.
Yeah, because
No.
when Thanos showed up, we definitely knew what was going on, and we knew the villain. We knew that it was about to go down. So yeah, I definitely feel that.
Yeah.
They pissed away Ezekiel so bad in that movie. Ezekiel is such a great character in the comics, and that was one of the problems I had with it.
Yeah. Did you get to see Alien Romulus yet?
I started to watch half of it and I dozed off, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So far from what I've seen, I enjoyed it. I think it was pretty good. I liked it for what it was. I'm happy that they stepped away from Prometheus for a second and just gave us an actual alien story again. So I appreciated that aspect of it. Although I can't lie, I do want some more of the lore because I enjoyed Prometheus and I wanted to learn more about the engineers and all that shit. So I hope they do something with it since they have the property. But from what I've seen so far, I liked it.
Yeah, yeah. It's I think it really works well because, and I know for a fact a lot of people aren't tracking is that the miners, right? That whole planet with the miners, that's a pretty freaking big deal. This is the first time that you're actually showing it. Um, it looks like they're going to go into what happened on that freaking planet. Um, the Romulus showed, um, some of the stuff that brought Aliens 3 in the stuff that brought Aliens 2. The reason why isolation at the game, Alien Isolation is even the thing. This one was the thing that tied almost all of it to freaking together. Um, and we were like, and you would be like, well, Aliens 1 and Prometheus, it didn't tie together. Yeah, it does because people don't realize is that planet that they're on, that's the planet that was from Aliens 1 and Prometheus and all the other stuff, except for like the big, excuse me, not Prometheus. Yeah, from Prometheus, but not Covenant, because Covenant they went off on some other bullshit. Um, but yeah, it's freaking good. It definitely made me want to go back and read the freaking comics, to see if there's any other little tidbits that I'm freaking missing. I doubt it, but it's definitely freaking
Yeah, and
freaking
I'm
good.
I'm interested to see. After I finish watching it, I'm interested to see what they're getting ready to do in this book.
Yeah.
What part are they going to expand on? I didn't get a chance to read the solicitation yet, but I want to know what part they're about to expand on, or what are we following in here?
Yeah, yeah. I don't need to. I think I'm good with the engineers. I think the whole thing about the engineers was fucking boring. I could care less about where the fucking thing came from. In fact, I think they messed up the lore trying to explain it that way. Because look, nature just be naturing sometimes, right? It just, you don't need much, right, for RNA and prions to get together and freaking make life, right? So they didn't need to go that far and do all that. I just want to know what happens when new life comes across life that's been around for a while. That's what aliens means to freaking me. But I guarantee you're gonna start seeing some some cosplay that's gonna be out fucking outrageous, especially this Halloween, and just just don't be wigging out when these little kids come to your fucking door with the fucking alien shit like all over their fucking face.
But
No.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. When it comes to the engineers, one thing I would love to see though is like another creature. Like, seems like they're making a lot of shit, and this was just like one of their creations. So I kind of am interested in to see like what other fucked up shit did they make so far. That would be the part that I would be interested in.
Yeah. Well, so the suspicion and what's been kind of alluded to in the books is that at some point the engineers they kept messing around with their own bodies and everything, and eventually they couldn't produce naturally, so they had to find another way to keep evolving and keep producing, because maybe they ran out of females or they ran out of something.
That's a shame.
Yeah, so they had to find a way to do it, so they came up with this way, and then they're like, oh wait, if we do this, all of us will absolutely fucking will absolutely freaking die. So
Yeah.
then that's why they freaking just say, okay, we're gonna pause, we're gonna put this off over here because this is a way, but we're gonna keep working on it over here. But this dangerous way, we need to put that over there, and eventually it just ends up making its way back, which is kind of interesting. Because if you think about the way salmon kind of produce, is that no matter, even if you even if you make or produce salmon in a lab and raise them in a lab, and you all of a sudden you just put them in a hatchery and you put them in the waterways, they will eventually try and make their way back to where all of their ancestors reproduce and lay eggs, which is what's interesting about aliens because this whole thing eventually they all try and make their way back to where they were produced from. It's weird. Um, but aliens is really good. And there's a lot of stuff that's alluded to, like the fact that, um, hey, these people, they're not they're not the original people. Like they might be clones. That's alluded to in this one. Um, and but yeah, I'm gonna let Adam freaking watch the movie before we do a whole bunch of freaking spoilers. Then we can really get into the meat and cones. And then I think I would really like to do a just alien show for us, but without spoiling everything for people who haven't watched it yet. But so
And
let's.
Lucas, I know you read some shit too, but you know that it was a comic issue that came out really not too long ago where they introduced this character for aliens that is like the Black Queen, the main fucking bitch.
Mhm.
I would like to see her translated onto screen too.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Well,
an interesting thing.
yeah. So that is the best. That is the best thing to when it comes down to it. That is the main thing that the engineers were trying to do. They were trying to build or produce a queen that could make as many of them as possible. um, but of course, it fucks up. Instead of making them, it's just making all types of weird other shit. Um, but eventually it'll happen, right? Maybe it'll eventually happen, but it's just not happening right now because every time they put it out there, something keeps interfering with the process, like us, and just and
Yeah.
it just ends up fucking up messing up the whole process and killing a whole bunch of people. Raspor is saying not correct. They will go back to the waterway where you released them. What? What do you?
You mentioned the
Man,
waterway
hey
earlier
Rasper, hey
where
hey
they would
Rasper,
go.
come out here to the Shenandoah Valley. Come out here to the Shenandoah Valley, and I will take you fishing because it sounds like you've never been fishing in your whole life. Sounds like you've never been trout fishing, trout
What's
fishing or
fishing?
salmon fishing. Huh?
What's
Uh,
fishing?
uh, talk about catfishing, or are we talking about?
Is that no? You're talking about some type of fishing? I don't. Is that when you put the pole in the water?
You put the paw in the water. Oh, you talking about the little net and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That don't count, man. Freaking putting a little freaking net in the freaking water, or yeah. Now for those manly man that be going out in like the middle of the fucking ocean for like a few days at a time, I'll give them their props because that's a whole nother fucking thing. But yeah. So getting into some of these books, these are the ones that came out this week. I love this Conan Barbarian 14, the Puebla, but nobody's paying attention to it. A lot of people were picking up this Deadpool #5, the Torrent Clark, because they were suspecting that the new Deadpool made her first appearance in this one. I haven't checked it out, but it was definitely supposed to be #6 where she makes her first appearance. Then here
Yeah,
we go
that's
with
her. I think that's her first cover appearance because I don't remember ever having her on a cover yet.
yeah.
Because then
Well,
when we get to issue, I think it's 7. I don't know if we're gonna see the suit in 6, right?
I'm
Her
not
new suit
sure.
because we got a shit suit in this issue. All right, but I figured it was gonna be in 6 or 7 because um I want to say 7 is gonna be the first cover appearance of her new suit as well, and she kind of got the Deadpool and Taskmaster mix going on with it, because the jacket it has the Taskmaster logo on it, and then the rest of the fit is obviously her dad's. But yeah, I don't remember her being on a cover up until now, and this is the only one because that other old issue, where we first get introduced to the whole concept of Deadpool's daughter, that white cover where she's all kind of like big and swollen shit, that is not the same Ellie. So this Ellie is the 616 Ellie, and if I can remember correctly, I think this is her first cover appearance.
Let's see. I'm looking at it right now.
Because we're on issue 5, so that would have been either she would have been on 1 through 4, or she would have been on the previous Deadpool volume, and she wasn't.
Okay, so she's definitely in the book. She's
because
fighting with
even on
Taskmaster.
issue 6, that may be her first appearance inside the book in her new uniform, but I know we don't get it on a cover until issue 7
Oh
because
no, she's in here.
for what?
She's in here.
Which issue?
Deadpool number 5.
No, she's in it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm
Well, no,
saying
I'm
that,
saying in a suit.
yeah, that's the shit suit because she gets an actual suit. Um, and then the first time we get that on a cover will be issue 7. So that suit that you see in number 5, that's why I called it the shit suit because like that's not going to be her actual suit. So her actual suit, I think they may reveal it in number 6, but I know for sure it's going to appear on 7A by Torrin Clark, and then the one everybody's going to be going for is the issue 7 by Mark Bagley because I already ordered those. But yeah, when I read this and I saw that, that baggy ass outfit, yep, there it goes. That's not the suit that she's gonna be fighting crime in. That was just this one time thing, and going forward, she's gonna get her own suit because I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but Deadpool basically gave her permission to be a superhero, and now he's getting ready to, hype her up, send her on missions. She's about to get her own suit, and I'm guessing that's going to be in 6. But like I said, we won't actually see it on a cover until number 7, and it'll really be that cover A, which will be the first cover appearance of her in that new suit. But the one that everybody's going to go for is going to be the Mark Bagley. I think that's like cover D on number 7, with the fire around her and shit. But yeah, because like when I read this one, I was just like, hold on, dude, what are they doing? That's not the suit that they're advertising right now. The suit they're advertising is going to be on number 7 because she's not even on a cover for number 6 at all. At least, I don't think so because they only showed us 2, and then we were waiting for one more to pop up. But I doubt she'll be on that one, anyways.
Let's see. Okay, everything is sold out except for the Annie Wu Disco Dazzler variant. There's a Marvel Coca-Cola variant.
And for what issue is this?
Deadpool number 5.
Yeah, that's for issue 5.
No,
So, see, look,
So
go to issue 7 because that's the first time we see it on a
but
cover. But like I
I'm
said, she
looking.
may pop up in that suit in number 6.
Because I'm looking real close to number 5 at the Coca-Cola variant because there's a whole bunch of different Deadpools on this motherfucker. All right, you said number 7.
Yeah.
One. There we go.
how
And the
close is
go-to
the
cover,
Coca-Cola cover?
she's on that cover A by Torrin Clark.
Yeah, so there's in fact there's a whole bunch of different covers that we don't even have the art for yet. And she's on the
Dude.
back. She's on the Mark Bagley variant.
There it is. Yeah, that was the first one shown to us. But you know how people are just like that Amazing Spider-Man 658. They're deferring to that one for the first Future Foundation Spider-Man suit, when in reality it's really Future Foundation number 1 because he was on that cover and all the covers that came out with that number 1, and that came out in March, and then that 658 came out in April. So like, I'm just saying that people are probably going to defer to the Bagley because that's, at least from what the art we have right now, that's the first cover that we see of her in her new suit by herself. Because on the main cover you got Taskmaster on there, and looks like somebody's getting punched and falling backwards, and a fucking the dog in the background on the main. But yeah, like I said, we still haven't gotten the art for the other 2. But if I remember correctly, I think one is a Stormbreakers, and they rarely put they've been putting other people on these Stormbreakers as of late, so it hasn't really been pertaining to the same issue at a time.
Okay.
And then the other cover is that Doom cover, and then we got like one more cover they got to reveal for that. And then my guess maybe 1 in 10 or 1 in 25 or whatever the fuck if they got an incentive on that issue.
I'll be back in a second.
All right. Let's see. Where is? All right. Yep. There's the dog pool. There's the 1 in 25 for Wolverine and Wolverine Revenge Red Band, not number 1 in 25. There's this absolutely amazing freaking Vampirilla, Lucille Perillo limited edition foil, and none of these other ones have made it yet. There's okay. All right, here's the stuff that's on FOC. Right, Godzilla Rivals, Mecha Godzilla versus Ghidorah, 1 in 10. And here's your Sonic the Hedgehog 1 in 10. Actually, it's a Sonic the Hedgehog annual 2024 one shot 1 in 10. Night Watchers number 2 1 in 10 by Juniba. Destro. This one is this 1 in 50? Nope. There's a 1 in 25, but here's a 1 in 50 that's a spoiler that we just don't have the cover for art for it yet. Falling in Love on the Path to Hell number 4. This one is a 1 in 15. Who's the artist on this one? The Subversive Girl. So I don't know who Subversive Girl is. This is the first time I've seen her art. It was actually pretty nice. Let me go ahead and put in an order for this shit. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 310, Brad Walker. Moon is Following Us, number 1. This one is this a 1 in 100? Yep, 1 in 100 by Rossimo. And then here we go. There is the homage. I don't remember what issue of Wolverine that is, but this one is Witchblade number 3. This one is actually done by Silvestri as an homage. It's the one.
That's the homage to X-Men 251.
Okay. Here we go with. I didn't have 10 Can Society. Where did that come from? All right, here we go with Amazing Spider-Man number 58. This one is a 1 in 100 by John Romita. And then Avengers Annual number 1. There's a 1 in 10 RB Silva spoiler design variant. We just don't have the art for it yet.
I think it's going to be a new character. Because they've been doing like new characters across the annuals for this Infinity Watch story.
And they just haven't hit. I think the last one that hit was maybe that version of Captain Marvel, and they were trying to make her evil and shit, and we haven't heard from her since.
Yeah.
Blade. Excuse me, this is Blade? Yep,
Yeah,
Blade Red Band, 1 in 25, Edwin Gallman. But then this one is my favorite right now. This one is a Blade Red Band number 1, 1 in 100 by Ian Just. Got my boy Blade taking a little lunch break, eating somebody's fucking heart.
Nice.
Didn't bother to give him a fork and spoon, man. Gave him a fucking axe. So, all right. All right, Deadpool Team Up, 1 in 25 by Maria Wolf. Oh, hey, and by the way, that Kahori, the world builder or whatever her name is, there's going to be a third joint with her by Maria Wolf.
Yeah. It's going to be fire, dude. I already know. She's been knocking shit out the park lately.
All right, here we go with NYX number 3, 1 in 50, Leslie Lurie. Phases of the Moon Knight, number 2, 1 in 50. This one is going to be a virgin. Wu Cho Lee.
I like that.
Hey, what's going on, Patrick?
Hey, what's up, Patrick?
He says the NYX number 3 is fire. For 1 in 50? Yes, there is. Absolutely. And the interesting thing that I'm seeing behind her is like the little flourish and everything. So there's all types of weird stuff going on with her, but oh man. All right, here we go with Phoenix issue number 3, 1 in 50. Ben Harvey. Predators versus Black Panther. Issue number 2, 1 in 100. Virgin by Rose Beige. Look at
Yeah, I can't
Rose.
wait to pick that up.
Look at Rose coming out of nowhere. Hey, what's going on? Shimmy 21. How's it going, brother? And he said, no, not that one. The Forbes Laura Kinney variant. Let's see.
I guess he's talking
Okay.
about that one trade
Where
dress
she looks like the
that I guess what standing by a fence. Yeah.
looking like a teen runaway.
Like she just took a hit of heroin and got done watching The Crow.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Old Crow,
looking like
not that new shit.
yeah, looking like hey, you best not be caught up in a Motel 6 with this bitch because the cops are just right outside, man, waiting out there with Chris Hansen to fucking roll you up.
Yep.
Don't do it.
He's gonna take you
Yeah,
sit next
Scott
to you right
Forbes,
over there.
he's got some nice stuff coming up too. There, I don't know if you saw that Zatanna yet. That thing is gorgeous.
Let's see if I get some time. I'll freaking because I haven't even pulled up the DC stuff yet.
Yeah, dude, I'll just give you. Don't waste your time on it. But there's a nice ass Wonder Woman out there that's coming up. A nice Rose Besh. I think that's gonna be Catwoman or Sirens of the Sea. I can't remember, but it was Rose Besh and Harley on it. I mean, Catwoman and Harley on it. And then there's this really fucking badass Zatanna, dude. I mean, it looks fucking amazing.
That must be okay. So I'm looking at a David Nakayama, Rachalin, Rose Beige, Nick Scott. Oof. They went crazy on these Catwoman joints.
Yeah, definitely. That you see that Besh that I was talking about?
Yeah.
And the Nicola Scott, the Daughterman bite. I still like those.
I'm trying to put it together so I can. All right, yeah. So this one is. Yep, there's your 1 in 25 by Marcio Takara. That's your Nicholas Scott spotlight card. There's your Rose Beige. There's your David Nakayama. There's Rachalin. I think it's kind of crazy. She's got mask on the freaking cats though.
Yeah.
Um,
And she got some buns back there too. Yeah, she's dropping the hammers.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me because Maria Wolf and Rachel, they came out at the same time. I spoke to both of those young ladies here on the show, like maybe years ago when they were first getting. They were like, "Hey, we're getting ready to have some covers drop like in a hot minute," and say, "Okay, well, whatever." Maria Wolf is making her way, but Rachel, she's got covers as well. It's just that nobody has been speculating on her covers at all, and it's not like it's not good. It's just I don't know. 1 in 50 by Terso Cons. I really like this one. And what's the other one that I was gonna pull up?
That's Superman 18.
I like this one. This is the Dark Winter All Night.
Yeah, it's fire.
Riccardo Federici. Not sure what's going on with this. Jenny Sparks, number 2. Is this a new character?
I've never seen her before,
No,
but
she was part of the Authority, I think.
yeah. Is this like her first solo series?
No, she's had like it was a Jenny Sparks from the Authority from DC. Then she's had stuff out before.
All right, yeah, I think that was like #1 on cover price this week or something. One of the covers.
All right, Superman number 18, Scott Forbes.
Yeah, that motherfucker is beautiful.
And then here is another Superman 18 by Sweeney Boo.
Nice.
Wonder Woman number 13, Phil Jimenez. But I know this one will get ignored, but it's just still too nice, man. Freaking Wonder Woman number 13, cover C, Stanley Archer.
Yeah. And I was kind of feeling that Titans 15 by Cedric. I thought that was really, really nice how he laid that out.
Is it Titans?
Yeah, number 15, cover B.
I don't have it on FOC. Titans 15.
Yeah, it's right after Superman 18.
Is that cover B?
Yeah, that's Cedric.
No, I got it as. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, that looks good. He did a nice job on that one.
Yeah, that one looks nice. It's not even a incentive either.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about because they don't show them on our side, but I was wondering about that Scott Forbes. Are they going to make that the 1 in 25 on that Superman 18? Because that Zatanna is. I mean, I already know that their new thing is just to do a minimal trade dress and call it a virgin, but
Talking about this one.
yeah, dude, that is gonna pop. That is gorgeous.
I guess I need to read up on Superman, man, because I'm trying to figure out why she's in all over these books. Unless they're trying to push her. I mean, unless they're trying to push her as a new.
Yeah, she's been all over Superman lately.
Hawkman number 4. I think that's her first appearance or something like that. Oh, I think that might be one to think about picking up. It's not cheap either. It's like maybe 400, 500 bucks for a bad copy.
Yeah. I'm all right, dude. I'm set on one book right now, and the only reason why I'm set on it is because I was trying to get it I was trying to find a nice copy like 2 or 3 years ago, but then Heritage came out and talked about it recently, and they said that they haven't graded anything above a 9.0 in that particular book in a decade. So, Marvel Super Special #1. I want to pick up a 9.4 that. That's that Kiss book where they put their blood in the book, and then they also have the it's a origin of Doom with Mephisto's mother, and then they got a nice back cover with Doom on it. I mean, it's super fire. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen that by now or know about it by now, but it's just a grail for me because I'm a Mephisto fan and a Doom fan, and that shit's right up my alley.
Mm.
It's a great book.
Yeah, it's a great fucking book, dude, and it's not that many around anymore. When I looked at what they presented on the census, I mean, it looked like it was easily under 1,500 of them. Like easily, like I don't even think it made it to like 600 or anything like that. But um, getting it in at least a 9 or above is beautiful. So
Actually, I'm seeing a lot more copies of Hawkman #4 than I've ever seen before in my life. Good lord! I'd love
hey,
to make some best offers.
maybe they know maybe James Gunn alluded to it the same way he kind of alluded to um Martian the Manhunter this week with the fucking cookies.
10 viewed in the last 24 hours. Fuck, man. You
After
motherfuckers.
Hawkman 4.
Yeah.
Like, I
I'll
think
come
it
back to that later.
extended the J.J. Abrams deal for Warner Brothers as well.
All right. Let's keep it going on this FOC. Star Wars Ahsoka issue #3. Yep, issue #3. This one is a 1 in 10 concept art. And then bam, 1 in 25, Ricky Yagawa. Ultimate Spider-Man #9, 1 in 100, Craig version. Ultimate Spider-Man #9, 1 in 25 by Carmen Carnero. And then this one is the second print, 1 in 25 by Enyaq Lee. 1 in 25, Michael Cho for Uncanny X-Men. I don't know how I feel about this. I love the color palette. I just don't know how I feel about the body position. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, that's the one I was just going after. The next one that you just flashed. That's what I'm after. That motherfucker is awesome.
A 1 in 50, Vecchio, Jubilee Virgin. And it's a bubblegum cover.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Damn.
Double the fun, baby.
Double the pleasure and double the fun.
X-Force number... Hey, there's no... Just because you're talking about bubblegum doesn't mean we're fucking. X-Force #3, 1 in 100, Clayton Crane, Surge.
Speaking of fucking, Clayton Crane.
Jim Henson's Labyrinth, Elizabeth Torque, 1 in 10. And then there's your David Mack, 1 in 50. Watercolor. What's the fucking guy's name? From the fucking idiot. I forget what this fucking guy's name. David Bowie? Yeah, David Bowie.
Yeah, David Bowie.
I kind of like this freaking cover, man. Freaking Valiant, black, white, and bloodshot. It is a 1 in 10 by Fajardo. And then there's another 1 in 10 by Bagara, which is like, eh. But then this one is okay as well. And 1 in 10 by Barian. And then finally there's a 1 in 25 by Olivit. Thundercats Chitara #3, 1 in 30, Puebla. Man, Adam, remember how I was talking about that Conan the Barbarian fucking cover earlier?
Yep.
There's a huge difference between that and this one, man. You got Chitara. She's just on a rock hanging out with, I forget what the dude's name is, the little tiger dude. And
Nice tiger.
yeah, and they're not even facing each other. They're not even, they're barely touching each other, man. There's absolutely no fucking going on in this, man. And it's like, what are you doing, man?
Nice.
Like, ah. All right, final fight in Metro City by Udon. Epithets from the Abyss. Forget which one this one is. This one
I
is a
think it's
1 in 10. Yeah.
Jay Stevens.
Yeah.
Yep. And Rick and Morty. This one is 1 in 10 by Warren Wusnich. And that's it for the FOC stuff. So what we're going to do is, I believe I do have a video that they wanted me to play. Let's see, where is it?
Bless you.
All right, that was the trailer for Ultra Mega coming out in September. Should be on FOC soon, if not already. So let us know, or just let your retailer know if you need a copy. All right, now here's the stuff that is coming out this week, hitting some of the incentives or some of the stuff that look pretty good. Believe it or not, Sesame Street #1 is coming back with a comic book, and I'm not mad at it. There is a 1 in 10 by Just Asuda. It says Sesame Street Grover lends a hand.
Yep.
Then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #4, Black, White, and Green. This fucking cover gets at it. Cover A by Gleason. Freaking, this is the way to use a color negative type freaking deal. This freaking definitely freaking gets at it.
Yeah, that is fire.
If you like Frankenstein, you're shit out of fucking luck on this one. Especially if you're a fucking retailer, you're gonna have to hope that your retailer got it in. But Universal Monsters Frankenstein #1 is sold out. I'm talking about the cover A by Walsh, the cover B, which is also fire by Joshua Middleton. I forget what this one is. I think this one is like a 1 in 50. Yeah, 1 in 50. All freaking sold out, man. Freaking out of freaking nowhere. Bam. Done. Gone. Man, this Ryan Brown with a Venomverse Reborn. Freaking, I wanted to actually put this one as the cover placemat for the show because I know how Mel loves dinosaurs so much. But Venomverse Reborn.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty damn freaking good. X-Force #2, 1/100, Crane, Rachel Summers. And then here we go with this is Aliens versus Avengers, but you got an Alien versus Venom. I would like to see how this kind of freaking pans out. And then Aliens versus Avengers, here's the Scotty Young with a alien all over Cap's face.
Yeah, Cap is smoked.
He's done.
He's
He's
done
done.
for.
I Lie Popeye, issue number 1. This one is a Mike Tyson's Fight Out homage.
Nice.
And then there's a reprint of Transformers number 1 by Image. This one is the I Lie Popeye. I forget which one this one is. Let's see. Cover C by Walls. And don't forget, there are some, I guess you would call them first appearances in the Popeye universe. Some definitely new characters. I've read the first issue because they've actually had some previews out on this one. And they actually look pretty good. They're trying to copy the manga style, the isekai style, and it actually kind of works really freaking well. Man, I have no idea what's going on with this one. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. Got old girl, and this one is by Mark Brooks. Got old girl sitting there, and she is ripping her fucking face off.
Yeah, it's not her. It's somebody waltzing around as her, and like I think we're gonna get the reveal in this issue. Might be a new character.
Mm. Fantastic Four, Alex Ross. Then Hello Darkness number 1. I believe this one is the second print. Creepy ass fucking creepy ass fucking shit, man. This is
Did
so,
you
so
get a
for all the
chance to read that yet?
yes.
And how did you like it?
It was an anthology, right? It's so I don't know where they're going to go with it from here. It didn't say like, hey, here's the spooky guy. It's like, hey, here's a bunch of crazy shit that's fucking happening. So I want to see where they're going with it in issue number 2. Because if they're just going to give me anthologies, I don't fucking need more anthologies. That's literally what I got that EC Universe Epitaph stuff for.
Yeah.
But obviously horror has been selling. So, and this is issue number 2 for Hello Darkness. Incredible Hulk Infinity Watch 1 and 10. Like it said,
Yeah, Lucas, don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on that Infinity Watch, man. This is if you remember, we talked about it before back in 2016 when they dropped us that Thanos cover where he had Mjolnir and all the stones, right? And then that was the first time we saw that Black Gauntlet, right? Now this is all like one story right now, and it's still pertaining to that. So don't sleep on it because
okay.
remember how this shit kicked off was that little Thanos. I think it was like I don't know if it was a one shot or was it a 1 through 4. I can't remember, but it was recent, and then that led into this because he found out that the Infinity Gems had become sentient, right? So they actually start choosing their own host. So right now we're like on a journey where we're meeting all the different hosts that currently has the Infinity Gems and this is directly from that 2016 cover that we're building up to. So,
okay. Yeah, so if you can get your hands on a copy, go ahead. Hopefully your retailer got it because this one is a 1 in 10.
yeah.
All right. Next up, I forget which one this one is. NYX, obviously. NYX, Derek Chu. This one is a 1 in 50.
Yeah, I think it's number 2. I think.
Yep. And man, I messed up because there's actually a Maria Wolf that actually looks pretty damn good as well.
Yeah, it's fire.
Philadelphia number 35, cover B by Crane. Sold out. Distillery has Life, issue number 1 coming out. Written by Brian Azzarello, Stephen Phillips. Here we go with Spider Gwen, Ghost Spider 1 in 50, the Enyaq Lee. And then this one is a Josh Middleton special Red Sonja. Mr. Marv says, crazy that people's comments are not getting displayed. Here you go, man. X-Men #3, man, has some pretty good covers, include this 1 in 100, J. Scott Campbell. I like it. I like the 1 in 25 by Greg Land as well. There's also, I don't have all the covers. Like there's a 85th anniversary homage and a Mahmoud Asrar variant. But I think the one that a lot of people have been chasing, and I know a lot of speakers aren't tracking this, but a lot of people have been chasing this over the last 3 to 4 months. It's like constantly on eBay. It's been out there. The numbers are out there for this Marvel 85th anniversaries freaking special by Scotty Young. I think there might be a lot of freaking copies out there. People have definitely been buying the shit out of this, man. So
I'm
just keep
happy
an
it's
eye out
all
for this
over.
one.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That was a long run of collecting, especially if you were doing the 1 in 50s.
And that's it. That's last of what I got, man. Anything you wanted to bring up?
Not really, but also this past week, we just got the first appearance of Universe 6160's Sinister Six on that Ultimate Spider-Man, which was um, another sleeper, really. Because I don't even think besides like Otto Octavius, I don't even think we had like any of those other people introduced yet.
Ah, okay. Well, that would be one to keep an eye out for.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, I gotta get caught up on reading this week, man. I've been out of it because I've been so focused on rewatching all the Alien movies, and then I had to rewatch Artificial Intelligence. There was all types of crazy shit that was going on with that one, man. I was like, man, fuck. I guess when I came out, I didn't understand what the fuck was going on, but now that I rewatched it, it was like, oh, okay, that's different. And
I
then
was
what
wondering,
else?
did you catch Watchmen? Because they dropped the. I don't know if that was the
They
parts
dropped part
one.
one.
It was
Yeah,
unwatchable, man. I couldn't.
was it?
I tried it. I tried it. It was unwatchable. Freaking. In fact, I would say, forget the Suicide Squad Isekai. Kite Man is definitely good and freaking good to watch.
Kite Man's
Um,
awesome.
Umbrella Academy. Me and the wife have watched at least the first 2 episodes, and they're still good. Um, but then I rewatched all the other episodes, and I'm like, now that I'm up, I'm understanding the stuff a little bit more. But yeah, the first 2 episodes of Umbrella Academy are definitely freaking good. And I forget out what else have I freaking been watching. Kaiju #8, best show of the year. Even though it's manga, it's
Yeah,
best show of the fucking year. Yeah, nobody can fuck with it
yeah.
right
I'm gonna
now.
go watch that because we've been itching to watch that one too. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was gonna go see The Crow, but after hearing some of these reviews, and it just completely discouraged me. Completely. They said that it started off good, and then they said that it was just too slow up until the next thing that happens in the film, which dragged it along. And
Yeah.
yeah, so
See,
I was
I
gonna
just
wait
don't
for that
like.
to come out on streaming. I wasn't gonna bother with The Crow in the theater.
Yeah.
I,
See,
I
I don't. The only reason why I would stay away is personally because I don't like the way he looks. Right.
yeah,
You know, the first Crow, the way his look was, it was very embedded with like how you know Generation X fucking looked at the fucking time. So I got it. But this fucking guy, he's just like all over the fucking place. Not even freaking close to Generation Alpha or the new generation that's out right now. So I don't know what look they were going for. Um, so I think the movie to watch this week was Blink Twice. That's an A24 joint. That's a freaking good horror joint. Um, And then what else is out there? I think that's the only one.
All of our.
Yeah,
I saw you touch on it earlier too, but you know, I'm surprised people didn't see this Ultron returning, thing coming a mile away because, we got him in the What If season one. That Ultron is still around. Remember, he wasn't, he's not dead. He's just in that ball fighting Killmonger. And then, you know, we don't pay attention to these rides and shit that they be having at the amusement parks, but they brought Ultron back like for a special kind of like one time thing for a ride there. And they just kind of been alluding to the fact of him coming back, for a while now. So I'm just wondering which direction they're gonna go with him because I think that maybe he's getting brought back because when the Hex Vision right updated the White Vision, I think that he's put Ultron into him as well. So
mm, yeah,
unconsciously. I don't think that he meant to do it, but it's a part of his programming, remember? And it was
yeah,
either going to
yeah.
go one way or go the other way. So I think that
Mm,
he might fuck around and have split personality disorder or some shit. Who knows?
oof, yeah.
But
So
I'm just trying to
definitely,
think how they're going to play that.
yeah. So yeah, can't wait till it freaking comes out, man. Mr. Marv is asking, is Zoe Kravitz in Blink Twice? I'm not sure, but I know she's definitely directing it. So, and she says that she wants people to go get high and then go see the movie. So,
What does she want us to get high on?
yeah, she was. Well, I think between her and her dad, they're heavy marijuana smokers. So, let's
Marijuana
see.
is not a drug.
It is a uh
It is a plant with
it is
healing
a
properties.
reality it is a reality illusionary freaking mixer upper, man. It is not it is not something you want to be on while you're freaking driving around. I can say that, man.
You want me to drive in the first place, but even when I'm sober? Cool.
Yes. Yes, man. They got Teslas. They got M3s that fucking drive around by itself. You can hop in there and just say, "Hey, man, take me to so and so," and then it drives you there.
All right.
It
And
might cost $100,000, but yeah, they got these new driverless cars and shit now. Uh, Hey, that's what
off
we should get a
subject, but
fucking. That's what we should get a freaking GoFundMe for. Is get Adam a Tesla fucking M3 driverless fucking car so he can fucking drive around. That would be the shit.
My luck, the
yeah.
car will become alive and like drive me into the fucking river and shit.
Hey, did you guys catch the full House of Stein? Like, did you guys catch the whole show?
I caught most of it, but I ripped it off during the actual hot 10.
Did they mention the Jeff DeCall Absolute Wonder Woman #1?
Uh,
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't.
well, we picked that up early. I would say definitely pick that up early. And Lucas, I would definitely order it if you haven't already, because
Yeah,
that
I'm
thing
actually
looks fucking
ordering
amazing.
all the absolute books. I think we're not gonna. I think it's gonna be an uptick for DC that we haven't seen since the New 52.
Yeah, because that cover and the Batman Uncovered all are both fucking amazing. One is a 1 in 50, the Wonder Woman, and then the Batman is the 1 in 25. But those are also fucking amazing. So it doesn't drop until October 23rd for the Wonder Woman. I can't remember for the Batman, but yeah,
I think the
It's
Batman is
okay.
October
It's
9th.
pick
it's
those
Wonder
up.
Woman number what?
Absolute Wonder Woman #1.
Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Fucking fire. I mean, that thing is gorgeous, and they got a EM Jizz coming out where Werewolf by Night is like holding fucking Elsa Bloodstone, kind of like come here, sexy bitch, let me get some of that. And that cover as well is gonna be fucking amazing. I don't know what's going on, but I guess they met their deadline, so we've been getting a lot of heat dropped on us like in the last fucking 2 days.
Let's see. Okay.
But I just mentioned it to my boys because you know I'm watching the chatter about it, and usually when I see a couple of people start talking about a book, then you want to get ahead of them, because by the time they finish doing what they're doing, you know, it's either going to benefit you or it's not. You know, you're either going to have one for the long run or you're not. But
Okay, here we go.
that motherfucker is gorgeous. Is that the one where she's holding a huge head? I think it is. I think it's the I want to say, there it is right there. Yeah, fucking fire, Mr. Marv.
And then
there's
and there's a
also,
150. There's a 150
yeah,
version for this one.
and
What's
then the
FOC?
other cover for Decal with this I want to say it's like his new style is Batman Uncovered #1, 1 in 25. That looks really fucking good as well. I just don't remember the date for that one. I know this Wonder Woman is coming out October 23rd though. I already bought like maybe two or three of them now. But
So out of the 150s or the regular ones?
yeah, the 1 in 50s. I only got 2 of the uncovered, because that's just going to be another one of those books where, you know, some of the best cover from the last year or so, I guess. But that Decal that they're putting on it is a brand new cover, because that hasn't been on anything else. Yeah, that fucking fire.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for tonight, fellas. I just wanted to
All
drop
right.
those 2 gems on you before we get out of here.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Sir Christopher the Great. Thank you, Comic Pimps. Don't forget, guys, that the Project Pegasus freaking GoFundMe is happening. So there, if you want to go ahead, if you can donate, there's the freaking link that's scrolling at the bottom. Let's see.
This week, I think I'm only going to be doing a quick Tuesday show, and I'm taking the rest of the week off just to enjoy a little bit of the summer, before the nieces and nephews go back to school.
Nice. Man, they still haven't gotten back to school. Man, my kids have already been back to school.
No, they don't go back to like after Labor Day, I think.
Jeez. It must be nice.
But you're over there, you East or Midwest, Lucas?
East.
Yeah.
East Coast.
Oh, then you're right over there with him, aren't? I thought everybody's like back to school over there already.
Yeah, but when you're in like the mountains and farms and shit, fucking we go earlier just in case more tornadoes and all that other shit freaking happens. So we try and get in all that
because
school.
we're already back in. Yeah, we're back in school already.
Been for a couple weeks already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Freaking thank you for stopping by. Thank you for once again, just definitely let us know if there's anything we can help you guys out with. Great freaking show, guys. Please stay safe. We're out of here.
For each man in his time, it's pain, until he walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, along the pond within his reach.
Sometimes men take matters into their own hands. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
As you guys know,